Last take. Hi, my name is Donnie DeVoren, and I'm the head of brand partnerships and sales here at Brave. Today, I'll be giving you an overview of Brave as a browser and also our different ad products. So let's just talk about privacy to start. So privacy for me first came on the stage in 2007 when a gentleman was trying to propose to his girlfriend, and Facebook basically ruined his engagement by broadcasting out to his entire network that he was going to propose when he bought a ring on Overstock. Facebook later killed that project. And privacy came up again in 2013 when Snowden revealed that there was a global surveillance program going on, and many people didn't really think about privacy back then either. And you fast forward to 2018 again with Facebook and Cambridge Analytica and how we're being persuaded to make different political decisions. Then regulators get involved in 2018 with GDPR, followed by here in the US, 2018 with CCPA. And we've entered into something called the age of surveillance capitalism, made famous by Shoshana Zuboff, a Harvard professor, which basically talks that big tech is tracking everything that we are doing. And over the next year and a half, Chrome is going to be removing third-party cookies also to protect users' privacy. But you start thinking, I wonder if there's a better way now. Do we have to wait 2 years? And people are realizing more and more that user privacy really matters. And someone had the foresight about 5 years ago to realize that privacy does matter and start a browser that doesn't track you. So Brendan Eich is the CEO and founder of Brave. He created JavaScript in 1995 and went on to co-found Mozilla and Firefox and leads the charge today with the Brave browser. So what is the Brave browser? It's a browser that's offered on all of your different devices, your Windows computers, your Mac, your iPhone, your Android. And it's a browser that doesn't track you. And the way that it doesn't track you is it removes all the third-party cookies, all the pixels, all the trackers, all the malware, all the programmatic ads, and things that basically track everything that you're doing online. And when you remove all that, you end up with a really, really fast browser. And I encourage you to try it out yourself. And what you will see is that when you're using the browser and you load a page like CNN, on the left, you'll see the page load super fast. On the right, Firefox, just to compare it. And we don't have time in this presentation to wait for Chrome to load because that's going to take a bit too long. And overall, we're 3 to 6 times faster. And you start wondering, who's using this browser? So back a year ago, we had about 5 million users, and we've tripled that growth to 15 million users. And we're growing just under 1 million users a month, and you can see the projections over here. And we're able to serve about 200 million monthly impressions just in the US. As far as the audience demographics go of who these 15 million people are, they're young, about 82% are 21 to 49. Many of them are millennials. We skew a little bit more on the male side. And these are people that make a good income. About a quarter of them make $100,000 a year or more. And as far as their user attributes go, they're into finance. Many of them are into crypto. They're early adopters, 3/4 of them being early adopters. And 1 in 4 consider themselves gamers. And they're also in charge of making decisions. Overall, they are technology people that are willing to try new things and also think about their privacy and finance. And they're also very, very hard to reach. So 75% of their time is spent browsing online via the browser. And as a reminder, the browser blocks programmatic ads and YouTube ads, so they're not seeing those types of ads. If they are using another browser, 6 in 10 use an ad blocker. 80% of them do not watch ad-supported TV. Only 50% of them use Facebook, and only 1/3 of them are on other social media like Snapchat, TikTok, and Reddit. And the way that we've got this data is we simply ran a survey many times and asked our users, and this is the data that it come back with. So now that you understand that there's this privacy browser that's really fast, now let's talk about our advertising products. So we are the first global advertising platform built on privacy. So what does that really mean, and what do these tactics look like? So you can reach users with a sponsored image. When somebody clicks a new tab in the browser, think about owning it. Some people have called this a homepage takeover or a new tab sponsorship. So an example of eToro here on both desktop and on Android. Home Depot's been an advertiser. They ran a promotion for smart homes over Father's Day. You can see how they own the browser here. Dave Matthews with Verizon on this example. Chipotle, they were trying to increase awareness for their $1 delivery app. Honey, which is a extension. Many people now call it a Brave extension. And we've run CPG ads with in Japan for Gillette, BlockFi, another crypto company. So many different companies using this sponsored image unit to reach our entire audience. You would basically reach the entire US, and you can pick which countries, and it reaches the entire audience of that, and very actually non-targeted and very privacy respecting and brain safe. We've also launched things like something called a trading widget, where financial companies, crypto, stock, could be a Spotify or a Pandora widget. Right on the new tab page, you can basically perform an action similar to an app. And now let's talk about our third ad unit. So sponsored images, our widget, and now let's talk about our push notifications. So let's say I'm on Windows and I type in something like mortgage rates, and it does a Google search. And then I click on one of the links and I see the top 10 mortgage rates. And then in the lower right-hand corner, I see an ad for Bank of America. And that was targeted to me because the browser sees everything I'm doing and serves me that Bank of America ad. Here's another example, and then takes me to the Bank of America page. Another example, let's say I'm into crypto and I go to CoinDesk and I look at the coin market cap. And now I'm served an ad in the upper right-hand corner, if I'm on Mac, for eToro. I click on that eToro ad, take them to the page, and I can join now. Here's an example on an iPhone. So I do a search for luxury car reviews, takes me to the answers. I look at that 2020 Alfa Romeo, I click on that, and then a moment later, I'm served an ad for Audi, and that's our push notification unit, and I go right to the Audi website. And then lastly, on Android, very, very similar. I type in, TV reviews, and I'm here looking at them. I go to Best Buy, and then I get served an ad for Amazon deals, and that would take me right to the Amazon page where I can go and complete that purchase. And so we want users to have control. So users can choose how many of these notifications that they want to see an hour. 5 ads an hour, 1 ad an hour. And once they are opting into ads and choosing, they can get rewarded for their attention, like a frequent flyer mile. I can fly Delta or United, and when I fly there, I get frequent flyer miles. When they use the Brave browser and they happen to see one of these push notifications, they get rewarded for their attention. You can make about $5 to $10 a month in something called Basic Attention Token, which is our utility token to reward attention. And what I'm showing here is there's nearly 800,000 different websites that accept this Basic Attention Token as a currency. And I can go also redeem that currency for Amazon gift cards or whatever I may like. So now I just want to spend a moment talking about the ad matching itself. And so why it's different than today's internet. So on today's internet, I'm searching all around and I see an ad for shoes, and all of that data goes out there. It basically throws away my privacy. And where the browser is very different is I'm using the browser and I'm searching and doing all of these different things, and my information is never leaving the device. And I get served a highly, highly hard, targeted push notification. But how does that matching work? And so what that happens is the browser sees the searches, the content, the purchases, and as I'm searching the web and going through my actions, I'm going to start serving very, very targeted ads just to me. And we keep all of that data on the device itself. And the matching gets done on the device. And the AI gets smarter and smarter and smarter. So instead of the matching gets done out in the clouds, the ad catalog comes down to the computer, and the matching of which ads to get is done on the computer level. And an advertiser can choose from over 200 different categories. And as I am browsing and I fit into one of those categories, I get served that ad. So basically, what we're doing is we're putting a very, very, very smart ad server on the device itself to create very smart matching. And when you do that smart matching and you protect users' privacy, you end up with a very high CTR. We're seeing a 9% CTR overall. And we have a campaign dashboard where you can see impressions and clicks and dismissals and even conversion rates. And everything is done because the browser sees that I clicked on an ad. The browser also sees that I made a purchase and basically makes that matching. And so we have a number of different case studies. This one is a case study with eToro. When they were running with us just the push notifications, they saw great CPAs. Then they added the sponsored image, and you see these big spikes, and you do basically run the sponsored image for 1 or 2 days and another spike, and it comes down. And they saw over 230% increase on registrations when they added the sponsored image to their push notifications. Another, this one's like a monopoly using crypto, Upland, and they saw a 3x return of revenue per user versus the ads that they were running on Facebook. Culprit saw 5x in sales. So we're seeing great results with both direct-to-consumer brands and financial brands. Nexo is another exchange, and what they basically did is they said, let's raise money for Save the Children, and just one day raised $25,000. Soon enough, we'll be launching other products like Brave Today, which is a scrolling unit where you can have sponsored content in it, and that's to come. And so I just want to take a moment to thank you for listening to this presentation. We've run a lot of great brands. We hope that you be one of those brands that we would run with, and we appreciate your time today. Thank you very much.